You are watching Tech Confessions, created by Amy Lewis and brought to you by VMware.
Hi, Geordy.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm fine. And yourself?
Good. So we're here, and a perfect place to have a tech confession.
In the Back to the Future car.
Exactly.
Awesome.
We can go, if we don't like the answer, we'll go back in time and erase it. But
Okay.
I'm here to find out, what was your software-defined moment? At what point in your career did you shift from thinking solely about hardware to really go, wow, software is where it's at? That's my interest.
So I've been at VMware for about 4 years, and I knew what we were doing with regards to software-defined data centers, and I built a couple for a bunch of large customers in the Netherlands. I think for me, I remember if you talk to VMware people, the moment that we first vMotioned a virtual machine from one host to the other, a lot of the old VMware people will have that thrilling moment. I had that moment, I think about 2 years ago. I was working for a customer, and we actually vMotioned a machine from on-premises data center to a cloud-based data center running on IBM.
Wow.
And then from IBM Amsterdam, we migrated it to IBM Frankfurt at the same time. And I mean, at that moment,
Did they have like a look on their face that you still remember?
and even as a technician, you're going there going, wow. I just took a machine and moved it to another country, and everyone's still running on top of it. So I think that was pretty hyped up moment.
So where did that take you next? What did that make you want to do next? Because it's like, okay, I've won the Super Bowl. Now what do I do?
Yeah. So I mean, so now you're looking at not only moving a machine to another data center. You're looking at moving entire data centers over. And I mean, it's really exciting that years ago, when we were doing product pitches, and we would say, oh, you can move over to the cloud. I mean, we now have a very solid answer for our customers. I can actually take your entire data center and literally move it somewhere else without any downtime. And having those facts, having seen it being done and knowing that you can do it, I mean, it's just great. And it opens up a lot of opportunities with customers that they start thinking differently about their data centers and how they do IT. And I think that's really cool.
So what's a question you're hearing a lot from customers that you would love to share with other customers who might be watching? What's the thing that people are thinking about and doing, and where are people at now?
So I think the biggest question that a lot of my customers are asking, or a lot of the people I'm talking to, is it really this simple?
Oh, wow.
And we generally, I mean, I'm a pre-sales, so we generally say, yeah, sure. I mean, it's the easiest thing in the world. I mean, it's actually harder to go to a supermarket and buy bread than do this stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
But I think it's just having that conversation with the customer and just telling them, look, it's easy. It's a lot easier than it was 10, 20 years ago. But you need to think about what kind of application you're running on, and I think that's the next
Is
step.
Is that the new complexity because of so many more applications, questions about security, so much more data?
Yeah, I mean, so they're trying to bring the old into the new, and at one certain moment, you're going to have to break down the old and start building new stuff.
Oh, wow.
And that's where a lot of the customers are still, I wouldn't say struggling with, but they're not. They're starting to think about that, and that's, I think, the next journey. And if you look at, for example, AWS that's coming up. And if you look at, for example, PKS, containers, Kubernetes, that's the next generation of IT. And those are exciting conversations to have with customers.
Excellent. So what is your prediction? Give us a future prediction. We program the car. We've got to program to 2055.
So we're going to 2055?
Yeah. What do you think we're going to be doing then?
Well, I should be somewhere on a tropical island having a daiquiri.
And
more on IT. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to give you an answer. I mean, if you would have asked me this question 10 years ago, where we would have been today, I would have been wildly off. I think I've got a couple of young kids. The way that they're playing around with infrastructure, with IT right now, it's going to become a lot easier from the end user perspective, but it's going to become a lot harder from IT's perspective.
Oh, interesting. So more people will participate at the entry level, but it'll be more complicated for the folks trying to manage everything behind the scenes.
Yeah, because I mean, looking at, for example, IoT things, the Internet of Things are starting to talk to each other. If I leave my house, the lights go off. How do you do that on an infrastructure basis? I think that's going to be more complex. It's going to be a lot more fun.
Great time to be in IT.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the next revolution, I think. So.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right.
Have a good day.
Join us for your tech confession at techconfessionstheshow.com.